I started this gangster shit. Mr. Mother, thanks I get. Hello. I started this gangster shit. And Mr. Mother, thanks I get. Hello.
Drawing isn't easy. Even if you're somebody who's gifted and able to draw, it still takes something of you, and you do have good days and you have bad days. Sometimes I feel like I can hear like an angel sitting on my shoulder singing a pretty little song into my ear, and I can just draw, and I draw something that's incredible, something that's better than anything that I've drawn before, and I just thank God. I'm like, wow, how did that happen? That's amazing. It's inspiration. It's a muse. It is, call it whatever you want to, but the gift isn't always there, and certainly not for everybody. Its difficulty comes in varying degrees. I talked to Brian Boland about how I felt when I was drawing, and he said something interesting. He said when he's drawing an image, and Brian Boland, my favorite artist, he drew Killing Joke, Batman Killing Joke. Check out his work. If you've seen that image of the Joker laughing with like rubbing his hands through his green hair, that's Brian Boland. You know how good he is. But he said when he was drawing, it felt like walking across a tightrope. Like you have to balance. Any minute you could fall off. It's a scary, precarious thing. And I said, for me, it's like being submerged underwater and fighting for the surface. Like I can't breathe. Like, it's a challenge every single time. Drawing something that you're not familiar with drawing something to meet everybody's expectations of you. It's difficult, and that's why it's excusable and understandable when you see something like this happen from one of the greatest artists, in my opinion, who has ever worked at the Big Two, John Cassaday. This emerged yesterday. We got it up here on CBR. You'll notice this little volume bar here, which kind of proves, it goes to show that everybody sort of still uses CBR. At least Comics Tropes does, because he took a picture of this and spread it on Twitter. This person here, this poster on the heavily moderated and censored CBR message board. Don't even try to talk about Cyberfrog or Comicsgate there. They will ban you for that. It's crazy. These are variant covers for X-Force. The first two are variants for 48, the other for 47. Their quality is, I'll let you be the judge. Supposedly it's a stylistic choice, though I think the middle one's okay, I guess. All right, so this is the cover in question, revealed for the first time. And we can see that it is a John Cassaday cover. Now, as I said, John Cassaday, one of the greatest artists of the last 20 years to work at the Big Two. That's my opinion. His work on Planetary was amazing. He got a chance to do a Batman Planetary crossover, so we got to see what his Batman looked like. It was fantastic. I'll show you some samples of that. This is alarming because when I see this, I wonder if his health is okay. And that's the thing. Like, or is he veering into a new style? Is he attempting to do that? I don't know, but the people. Oh, this is excruciating too. This is just see, something like this is just a matter of taste, though. Like, maybe you like that. I don't know. Yeah. Let me see. The worst John Cassaday art I've ever seen. Honestly, not his best work. Agreed. And then on the next page, you've got more people kind of like stunned by what they're seeing here. It almost looks like he wanted to do some sort of humorous take on Wolverine and Beast. Either that, or he had just been to the dentist. That's Cassaday? My gods, what happened? Either John Cassaday got weird direction for that cover, or he was super rushed. Comics Tropes picked this up and ran with it. He just kind of said, this isn't real, is it? Oh, wait, maybe he didn't get this from... Oh, excuse me, Comics Trope. I saw somebody else share it with the volume on it. I guess it wasn't you. This isn't real, is it? Maybe it was just rushed. Maybe it was rushed just for the catalog. Sometimes that does happen, but you're going to see some evidence in a bit that suggests that no, it wasn't really rushed for the catalog. Like it might have been a quicker job for John, but I think this was quite intentional. Everybody's marveling over this, trying to puzzle through it and figure it out. I don't understand, says Comics Tropes. Cassaday's a veteran of over 20 years. Somebody's like, is that one of the newer Frank Miller variants? Oh, you're getting close. You're getting close to, I think, what the answer is. And Comics Tropes says, no, it's signed by Cassaday. Cassaday, of course, Astonishing X-Men, Planetary. People are saying that they got to work on their foreshortening. Yeah, the arm is... See, there's stuff about this that it's like if this is a stylistic choice, that's okay. But there are actual odd mistakes, like drawing mistakes, that just kind of say that there's something else. There's something different about it, something different about the artist as well. Now, this is the thing. Right here, somebody bleep bleep says, I mean, I believe it. He did this cover earlier this year. While it's not as bad, it's the same vibe. Now, we go over and we see John Cassaday on his, this is John Cassaday's Twitter. He doesn't use it very much. He said, a crazy cover I never thought would happen. Doctor Strange and Planet of the Apes. So much fun. Was it fun? Okay. Here you can see this very, look at, like, there's stuff here that's weird. Like, I'm not bashing on John Cassaday. I'm just saying there's some strange stuff here that reminds me of another artist. Look at his eye. It's too big here. Like, this eye's big. Look how close in, these huge, gigantic eyes, super close into the nose, which is unusual. Like, this eyeball should be pushed back so that the edge of the eye should kind of hit the edge of the nose. It should be should hit the edge of the nose. It should be a little further over to the left. And a little, I mean like a lot over to the left in this case. So it's an interesting new style that John Cassaday is experimenting with. Kevin Maguire is a fantastic artist. Kevin Maguire is the guy who did the Justice League book. Really, really nice guy and a really great artist. He says, I'm seeing a lot of discussion on Facebook about this recent John Cassaday X-Force 48 variant cover. Is this really his work? It doesn't look like it. It almost certainly is him, says Mahmoud Asrar, another great artist. I see certain similarities and characteristics of his work in this. I have no other explanation for anything else. And this is, this is why people are saying that. His work has been uniquely excellent. And he's got a very subtle sense of anatomy that, his characters all look alive. They look lived in. They're not posed too dramatically, but there's something really appealing about it. Staz Johnson, another great artist, says, I'm not buying it. If it is John's work, I apologize, but that doesn't seem to have any of his hallmarks or quality at all. It looks okay to me. There's somebody made a little-armed Wolverine there. But somebody else points out something. Look at this. This is fascinating. This is another clue. This is a John Cassaday cover here. And let me see. I open this image in a new tab, and we'll share this instead. Blow this up. Look at this arm. Look at this arm of Wolverine here. Doesn't that look familiar? It almost looks like somebody took that arm, cut it off, and pasted it onto the piece that we're talking about. And then, we look at this, and you can see this looks like a more recent John Cassaday piece as well. You can already see him verging away from his very subtle realism, his light touch with his rendering and his shadow. And you could just see him becoming a little bit rougher, a little bit. I don't really know what the word would be to describe this. It just looks a little bit more heavy-handed, and you can see the eyeballs here, big gigantic eyeballs starting to happen. So you can see that yes, indeed, his style is. There's the arm pasted from that other, and the big eyeball. I don't think it's a cut and paste job. I don't think so, but that is very curious, and it just goes to show that this piece of artwork, like that is John Cassaday. Like that's what's going on. There's always been something like that going on inside John Cassaday. These are his kind of artistic impulses and instincts, or at least another set of them. Very unusual. Now, why is this happening? Some people are saying like it's because of Frank Miller. And I'm here to agree with that assessment. Unless something happened to John Cassaday, like God forbid, like something happened where his hand isn't working as well, or his eyesight's going, or God forbid anything like that. I really hope he's okay and he's happy and healthy. He's a good guy. I think it's because of these very talked about Frank Miller covers. Here's Moon Knight by Frank Miller. I want you to look at Ben Grimm here, The Thing. And you'll notice the gigantic eyeballs here. The Thing's eyeballs are not this big ordinarily. It's unusual. Frankly, this looks a little bit like John Cassaday's version of the Beast, and here is Wolverine as well. Same kind of thing here, same kind of very primitive take on these characters. Certainly not like what you would expect from Frank Miller. This is kind of a new style for him. Yeah, Spider-Man, very, very primitive. So I wonder if our good friend John Cassaday is doing that now. I wonder if he's actually moving over towards kind of a more Frank Miller style. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Either way, I mean, I think it's good for an artist to kind of move around and try different things. I think that's healthy. I think that's appropriate. Having said that, is it an improvement over the stuff that he was doing before? In my opinion, no. I wish he would go back to to drawing the way that he did before, but that might have been very time consuming, and God only knows. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comments below. Please subscribe, ring the bell for notifications, and always like the video, share the video. Appreciate you. Go check out the links in the description below and go back some of my comics, like this one, Cyberfrog 3, Red Extermination. Take care.